Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I hope you are all having an absolutely fantastic day. Before we jump into today's incredibly juicy, the bold and the beautiful breakdown, please do me a massive favor, hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications and give this video a quick thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow and ensures you never miss a moment of the drama. Grab your coffee or your tea and get comfortable because today we are breaking down a storyline that is about to completely shatter hearts across Los Angeles. The Forrester family is no stranger to messy love triangles. But what is about to unfold between Will Spencer, Electra Forrester, and RJ Forrester is on another level. And at the absolute center of this impending disaster, the puppet master herself, Ivy Forrester. Let's dive deep into part 1 of this explosive storyline breakdown. Will's desperate attempt at reconciliation. First, look at where Will Spencer's head is at. On Wednesday's episode, Will is finally going to take a major step forward. He is going to contact Melissa Dillon and completely open up about his frustrating inability to reach Electra. Dylan, feeling somewhat responsible for the mess, is going to actively encourage Will to try again and sincerely apologize for causing his massive problems with Electra in the first place. Will is such a sweet, honest guy that he might even propose an alternative housing arrangement, offering to go directly to Dollar Bill Spencer to find Dylan a nice place to live somewhere else. He wants to remove the obstacle and fix his relationship. Fueled by this renewed hope, Will is going to head straight back to Forrester Creations. His goal? To finally reconcile with Electra and collect the precious necklace he accidentally left behind. He believes in intentions, he believes in decency, and he truly believes they can talk like this through. Ivy's masterclass in manipulation. Unfortunately for Will, Ivy has been playing wicked matchmaker, and she is actively ruining whatever fragile connection remains between Electra and Will. Ivy had learned a long time ago that in the Forrester family, love is never simple, and honesty is rarely rewarded. She is operating on a dark need to remind everyone that she still matters, that she can still move the powerful pieces on the chessboard. In a move of pure calculated sabotage, Ivy steals Electra's heartfelt letter to Will. Then she deliberately places Will's necklace right on the table. This deeply cruel setup leads Electra to the devastating conclusion that Will did read her letter, wholly rejected it, and dumped his necklace to signal that their relationship was permanently over. It strips Electra of her hope and leaves her incredibly vulnerable. The trap is set. With Electra emotionally shattered, Ivy dispatches RJ right into the Forrester showroom, where he promptly wraps Electra in a warm, consoling hug. But Ivy isn't done. She knows exactly what she's doing. She sends Will a text message with each and every word selected with absolute surgical precision. Hey Will, I'm at Forrester. Thought you might want to stop by. RJ's working late, and there's something you should see. It's completely brilliant in its toxicity. There's nothing explicitly accusatory. There's no glaring lie. It's just enough dark intrigue to pull Will right into the trap. The tension in the design office. Meanwhile, across the building, the pressure is mounting for RJ, but it isn't about deadlines or fashion designs. It is entirely about Electra. Electra has this incredible way of subtly disrupting RJ's thoughts. She isn't loud or dramatic. She is grounded, and lately she has been lounging just a little too long. Electra quietly enters the room carrying a folder, completely unaware that Ivy has already set the deadly wheels in motion. I finished the revisions you asked for, she says softly. The second RJ looks up, the tension in the room heavily shifts. There is a deep familiarity between them now that neither of them actually wants to name out loud. As Electra leans over the desk to point out a design detail, the proximity is just too much. Her perfume is subtly but deeply intoxicating. RJ tries desperately to focus on the fashion design, but his pounding heart completely betrays him. He instinctively pulls back, muttering that they should probably keep this professional. Electra straightens up, deep heart flickering across her face, and replies, "Right, of course." But the lies is hanging heavily between them in that office. It is fragile, and it is painfully obvious. Here is the highly anticipated second half of this massive, the bold, and the beautiful breakdown. The devastating discovery through the glass. Right outside that office, standing completely unseen in the shadows, I was watching through the glass. She can read the body language between Archie and Electra easily. Way too easily. She knows this isn't just a momentary lapse in judgment. This is a deep emotional connection that has been strictly building for weeks, maybe even longer. She casually checks the phone. Will is going to be there any minute. And right on cue, Will steps off the elevator. He's actually smiling. He's expecting nothing more than a casual friendly visit, completely oblivious to the absolute heartbreak waiting for him. "Ivy?" he calls out, scanning the dimly lit space. He marches from behind a large column, offering him this warm, almost chillingly apologetic smile. "You came. Good," she says softly. Will's brow furrows slightly in confusion. "What's going on?" he asks. Ivy's response is dripping with calculated manipulation. "I think," she says carefully, "you deserve to see things for yourselves." She doesn't guide him forward. She doesn't violently push him. She simply steps aside, allowing the massive glass walls of the design office to do the rest of her dirty work. The inevitable kiss. Inside the office, the heavy, suffocating tension finally snaps. RJ exhales in deep frustration, unable to fight his feelings any longer. "Electra, this isn't fair. To you, to Will," he whispers. Electra looks up at him, her eyes filling with a raw emotion she can no longer contain. "I know," she replies. "But pretending this isn't happening doesn't make it go away." Time completely slows down. The agonizing space between them officially collapses under the massive weight of their unspoken truth. Arjit teaches out before he can even stop himself, his hand gently brushing her arm. Electra looks up at him, desperately searching his face one last time for any sign of restraint and finding absolutely none. The kiss is soft at first, it is hesitant, almost reverent, but within seconds it carries the unmistakable, undeniable force of something that has been fiercely denied for way too long. It deepens instinctively, not with messy recklessness, but with total absolute surrender. A world cracking open. And that is the exact moment Will sees absolutely everything. The sound of the elevator doors quietly closing echoes faintly behind him as his entire world violently cracks open. His breath completely catches in his throat. His chest tightly constricts as his horrified eyes lock onto the romantic scene playing out right through the glass. At first, his mind entirely rejects it. This couldn't be real. RJ wouldn't do this to him. Electra wouldn't do this to him. Not behind his back. From the sidelines, Ivy watches Will's innocent face radically change. She watches the initial paralyzing shock slowly give way to pure, unadulterated devastation. And in that moment, she actually feels a sharp pang of guilt, much sharper than she would ever anticipated. Because this wasn't just a theoretical game on a chessboard anymore. This was a real, beating, human heart violently breaking in real time. Will takes a slow, agonizing step back. His hand is physically trembling as he reaches out for the wall just to steady his own weight. He doesn't storm into the office. He doesn't shout or throw a massive punch. He is entirely broken. He simply turns and walks away, each heavy step weighing more than the last. Inside the office, RJ suddenly pulls back from the kiss, as if sensing a massive shift in the universe. His panicked eyes dart right to the glass, his stomach violently dropping to the floor. When he realizes exactly what must have just happened. Oh God, RJ whispers in horror. Electra quickly follows his gaze, pure dread instantly flooding her expression. What is it? She asks. RJ looks at her hollowly. He saw us. The numb aftermath. The emotional fallout is going to be absolutely immediate and incredibly brutal. Will doesn't answer his phone. He ignores all of RJ's frantic calls. He leaves Electra's desperate message on read. He goes straight home, sits in the pitch dark, and obsessively replays the agonizing image over and over again in his mind. His trust in humanity is completely unraveling with every single memory. The saddest part, he isn't even angry yet. He is just numb. It is that kind of terrifying, bone deep numb that settles into your soul and makes you permanently question everything you thought you knew about the people you loved the most. Later that night, Ivy stands completely alone, staring out at the glittering city lights from her apartment window. She tries to desperately tell herself she had done the right thing. Lies thrive in shadows. She rationalizes to herself, but as the heavy, suffocating silence presses in her, she genuinely wonders if the truth always had to hurt this much, or if she had specifically chosen pain because it is the only language she still knows how to speak. By morning, the entire Forrester family is going to feel this massive tremor. Harsh lines will be permanently drawn. Desperate apologies will be attempted. Hearts will violently fracture and painfully realign. Because in this glittering world, love is never just love. It is legacy, loyalty, and brutal betrayal all woven together. It appears that Electra is moving on and leaving Will entirely behind her without any true closure, heavily manipulated by Ivy's cruel jewelry deception. Ivy wanted to separate them for good and she finally succeeded. She officially lit the match that is going to burn this family down. Let's chat in the comments. What an absolutely heartbreaking set of spoilers. I need to hear from all of you in the comments right now. Did Ivy go away too far this time, or was she right to expose RJ and Electra's undeniable chemistry? Will ever be able to forgive RJ for betraying him like this? Do you think Electra will actually stay with RJ, or will she deeply regret the kiss once she learns about Ivy's manipulation? Drop all of your boldest BNB theories in the comment section down below. I will be reading and replying to as many as I can. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.